And I worked for my grandfather in the stores for 3 summers. And he taught me a lot. Every day, pretty much, I got a lesson. Jimmy, you're born with your name and you die with your name. What you do with it in between is a legacy you leave behind for everybody else. Who do you want to be? Jimmy, if you ever make a promise, you live up to that promise no matter what, because at the end of the day, when you pass away, you're going to be remembered for one thing. Did you live by your word? Were you honest? Jimmy, it takes a lifetime to build good character. It takes one mistake to destroy everything you've ever worked for. Who are you? These lessons continued. On a Monday morning at 9:05 a.m., this lady walks into his store. All the other men that worked for my grandfather were about his age. They watched this lady walk in, and they went back to drinking their coffee, and they ignored her like she didn't exist. You see, this was an upscale menswear store, and she walked into the store with overalls, boots, and let's just say to smell the boots, she had a pig farm. They ignored her. She didn't exist. My grandfather saw this. He gets up, he walks out, he waits on her, he treats her like she should be treated, like everybody should be treated. And before she walked out of his store, she bought 15 suits for every member of her family and paid cash. And when he walked back by me, he said, Jimmy, it doesn't matter if you're black, white, yellow, red. Doesn't matter what language you speak. What matters is that God made us all the same way and we all bleed red. Don't treat anybody other than the way you want to be treated at all times. That was my grandparents. Several years later, as I got out of high school, the lady in the overalls and the pig farm, well, they found natural gas under her ranch. And she's worth $800 million today. And those men drinking coffee at the back of the store, who were sitting in judgment, nowhere to be found. Don't judge people because you have and they have not. And don't judge people because you have not and they have. If we all work together, we can all get there. 1 + 1 doesn't always equal 2. It equals something bigger. These lessons from my grandparents added up over time. Eventually, we won a state championship in football. I take those college entrance exams that everybody loves to take. My scores came back. My counselor stops me in the hallway. He's got my scores in his hand. He goes, Jimmy, what are you going to do with your life? Has anybody in this room ever been 18? You know a lot, don't you? I looked up at my counselor. I said, I'm going to be a baseball player. Everybody knows that. And he goes, I hope so. You're too stupid to go to college. Dude, you're here to help me. Last I heard from him, he no longer worked with kids. He's no longer a counselor. He worked in a movie rental store. And he's renting the movie about my life to other people. Dream killers come in all shapes and forms. The people who want to tear you down. They come in all shapes and forms, and these are the people who want to see you fail. They've either tried to do something in their lives and they failed at it, or they're too afraid to try. These are the people you need to push away from your inner core, your team, or whatever it is you serve. They don't deserve to be on it.